We need a nap. I need to clean my fingernails, honey. There she go, making them sounds again. We need a nap, honey. Takes two to tango. Hello, number two. Hello, two people. Welcome to the chat. You right on time, honey. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. That's the wrong way. Let's put a question on the screen. See. Hmm. Okay. All right. We got something on the screen to see if we can work with. Hello, guest. Come on, chat. Hopefully y'all stay with me for the whole time. Don't get too triggered. Don't get too triggered. But we're gonna talk about something. And I'm gonna start it off how I want to start it off. Now, most people would say cheating. Some people would say it's life. It's a part of life. Oh, when they have five folks dropped off, y'all gotta give me a moment, honey, so therefore you can talk your talk in the chat, whether to go against what I'm gonna say or be in agreement. We got to be here. But some people would say it's a part of life. I would say no, it ain't. Many people would say that's normal. I'ma say no, it's not. But have you ever cheated on your spouse? And I done gave you some options. Yes, no, sexually, emotionally. And I thought I'd throw the last two C and D because they're still a part of the yes and the no. What's up? Welcome to the chat. So I know that I've cheated in the past before. I won't marry it though, but I did cheat. I cheated for my own reason, for my own motive, for my own intent. Let me just say I ain't know no better. Let's just say I was operating under a effed up spirit, and based upon what I was taught, you use what you got to get what you want. But if you don't want to let that one go, you hold on to them and go on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and so on and so forth. But after living my experience, and then after seeing other people living their experiences, I have seen that this happens in life. Cheating does occur. So let's take some time out and let me think about how I want to now present it to you. What I want to tell you first is how I feel about a cheater. I'm going to speak from a male, so on a male perspective and woman. I'm talking about both parties because they don't make it no better either or. You're both downright trifling. hmm So let's say you are a married man that's married to a woman. We're talking about heterosexualness. I don't even want to bring in the other ones. But you're a married man and you're married to your wife. And for whatever reasons, we ain't even gonna come up with none, but you decided to step out and or step in, however it may be. You met somebody, whether you've been known them, came back into contact, or you met somebody new, somebody especially that don't know you. So you may be able to pull your little tricks and plots and plans on somebody that don't know you versus someone that do know you. But for whatever reason, you stepped outside of your relationship with your wife. And let's speak on it was emotionally. You may not been able to talk to your wife about certain things. So you found someone who made you feel comfortable enough to open up to them and with them to talk about certain things because you just may have needed or wanted someone to have a listening ear to hear about what you're going through, even if it is just car talk or maybe even pillow talk, couch talk, restaurant talk, talking about your very wife, and y'all just so happen to have a common ground about talking about the things that's going on or wrong within your household. What I'm gonna tell you not to do, never do that because you're feeding data and information, especially if you're feeding truthful data, because you know some folk ain't gonna tell the full truth, but they'll tell part of the truth to that person who they stepped outside of their spouse with. They're gonna tell that person what they want them to know, so therefore their story or their little script can be scripted to plan so that they can get what they want out of it, man. Okay? So I done gave the scenario and the reason why you step outside. One of the reasons is because it's an emotional thing. You want to be able to talk to somebody else and you just can't talk to your wife. Now, with that being said, I wonder, did you ever wonder why aren't you able to talk to your wife? Do you not want to be honest with her and tell her, I said him, tell her about your transgressions. Tell her about the wrong things that you're doing because you know if she do got sense, she may just leave you or you just want to hold on to her because she is a actual prize in your life. Whether she's just a trophy, whether she's a praying woman, whatever it is, what is the reason for you not being able to talk to your partner? If that's a reasonable excuse. Because sometimes it may not even be that. Sometimes you may just want to test the spirit to see if you can get away with something. It's fine when you're living dangerous. It's fine when you can have your cake and eat it too. And it's fun if you don't get caught. And it's even funner if you do get caught and the one that you with stay. So if they allow it, why not continue to do it? I feel you, my brother. So let's just say you stepped out sexually for whatever reasons. Let's give a little one here. Things just ain't the same. It's boring. We do the same old thing. Same dog, no new tricks. Same dog, same everything. Let me step outside and see if I can find something new. Or let's just say if you try to try something new with your partner, they won't fall it because they just used to the same old thing. And then they may think that you doing something and you ain't doing something, and they may want to know where you getting this from. See, now I'm kind of going all over the place. So with that being said, just keep up with me. You know, when most men, some women, when they open that floodgate to porn, see, porn will put something in their mindset. See, a lot of immature individuals, man or woman, when they watch porn, they really think majority of what they see is truthful, while failing to realize they're putting on a performance so they can captivate your attention. And they also allow, therefore, within and make things seem like something that it is when it really isn't. So porn, for those who do watch it, I used to, that'll do something to your mind and also cause something, a delay within your part of working right because you're so used to seeing some falsitivity through the screen where you no longer can feel the actual normal sensitivity, whether it's emotionally or physically with your partner. You're just not connected, but you're more so connected through that screen. Cut out the porn, bring back the realness. But getting back to it, because I'm about to go all over. Have you ever cheated on your partner? I just want to come on here and tell you about this. Let's switch it up. Ladies, you having a problem with your husband, whatever that problem is, fix it, work on it, talk about it, pray about it, do something besides cheat. Because let's just say if you're married, you meet somebody that's single. That single person ain't hitting on nothing if they decide to even interact or engage with your married self. You ain't hitting on nothing if you acting on cheating on your spouse. I don't care if the reason sound good. That's not a good thing to do. What does that say about your character? You may not care, but many do. Let's say if you're married and you meet somebody that's married. Oh, let me tell you how they make that fit so well. Well, we both married and we both going through the same thing, so we can talk to one another and we can, we can relate. Let me just say, both of y'all married people that's still cheating on y'all spouses. I don't care how you feel. You may not be having sex. You may just, hello, mind your business now. Let's y'all put you on this camera. You may not be having sex, but you may be giving off those emotions there. But both of y'all coming together with the lack of maturity there is, both of y'all ain't hitting on nothing. I said what I said. Y'all ain't hitting on nothing. And for those who said they got friends with the opposite sex who you may have already had dealings with, but may have stopped the dealings, y'all ain't hitting no spit. Look at the mess that you created that you think is hidden. What makes you think that you're hitting on something when you couldn't even uphold your vows that you took? If it was even some real vows that was taken in the first place. When you meet somebody while being married, I want to keep it on the marriage, but I put spouse. I should have put it married because spouse y'all ain't together. Y'all really don't owe nobody nothing because you ain't got that. A bump the ring, bump the paper, the unity. That's what I want to do. Because let me just say, a lot of folks only get married today just because it looked like something to somebody else because they got a ring. It may be real and it may not be. Or that paper don't mean nothing because if they ain't doing what the vow said do, then what does this paper really actually mean? But if you meet somebody that's willing to participate in the shenanigans, that should truly tell you something about their character. I don't care if they are cool. Something wrong with both of y'all. Something wrong with everything. If you really think about it. And I shouldn't have to really deep dive and explain because I could go on and on and on like the Energizer Bunny. But I want you to think about it. What example, if there's an example that you want to set, what example do you think you setting for the ones who watching you? Now, it is a different now. People do put on a performance and people do put on a show when they do get out in public when they're doing that marriage role. Let me speak on that. While you're in your house behind closed doors, your partner, whoever, which one of y'all may not even talk to each other for a period of time. You may be mad, holding a grudge, just sitting in a room, whether together or apart, and you just got an attitude. You ain't gonna say nothing to him because he ain't open up talking to you. He ain't gonna say nothing to you because he know he got you and he know that you consistent and persistent and you're predictable. He know you gonna break and you gonna come back to life when the time comes right. So let's play the role. Where was I going with this? Scratch your head. But I ain't say head. We talking about something, but I be all over the place. You ain't talking. But what did I say before that? Damn, I lost it. But it's okay. I pick up the pieces elsewhere. Cheating ain't right. Mm-mm. If you think you found a friend in the very one that you cheated with, you're dumb, stupid, and slow. Oops. It won't really know oops. Yes, dumb, stupid, and slow. I'm not mean for saying that. Cheers. If you think you found a friend and someone who was a willing participant to possibly help you mess up your marriage, because it take two to tango, ain't even no point in fingers. It's both of y'all, because y'all both know better. If you found someone, as I said, Eric, broken record, rewind. If you found a willing participant that was willing to come together with you and do whatever y'all doing or whatever y'all did, do you really think that that's your friend? No, baby. Let's talk about alignment. Y'all only benefiting off of one another for the moment or moments or periodical time. Because trust and believe when the right time comes and when it's time to throw somebody up under the bus, which it'll be both of y'all. Oh, this the gas bill gonna hit the fan and splatter. The spit gonna hit the fan and splatter. Just wait. See, when you two enemies coming together doing something that's enemified, yeah, y'all gonna get along. But just wait till that time comes. When it do come, 'cause let me say, everything that's done in the dark will come to light. I don't give a damn if it's 30, 40 years. It's gonna come to light. Somebody gonna tell something. Somebody gonna slip up and tell on themselves. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, you know it because we didn't live life. Thank the Lord that I ain't gotten married. I'm enjoying being single, honey, because that's a whole nother responsibility that I don't want nothing to do with right about now. Mm-mm. But you a willing participant playing with your own life. See, when I ain't know no better, I thought that I was doing something like, yeah, I'm getting, I'm, I'm with him. See, folks know that I'm with him, but I'm sneaking with him. Ah, thinking the grass green on the other side while I'm actually missing out on the grass that was a little dry, a little brown, need a little product and stuff added to it. Mess around with this one because it looked like something. And it did look like something. And I hopped on over there and I found out. And then I had to really find out when I lost the one that was really for me. You like playing with your life like that? Especially if you feel as though it can be played with and you really don't give a care and a worry about your life. You ain't nothing if you cheating on your spouse. I don't care how many hours you work. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what kind of car you drive. I don't care what type of clothes you wear. You ain't hitting on nothing if you can't discipline yourself in that area. Let me just say this. Whatever led you to get married, let's just say it may have took you a while to get married in the first place. Some people would say, you know when you found the right one that you're gonna marry. Some people would say no, it takes time to get to know somebody. It depends. You know you and you do what you know. But if you know that you ain't ready to jump that broom, if you do it that way, if you know that you're not ready to uphold that responsibility, don't do it. Especially if it's for a trophy or for looks. Don't do it. Because you're going to be killing yourself on the inside because you know you want to do that, but you performing doing this. And then I'm gonna say sometimes performance can work out with somebody that really don't give a daggone in the first place. Some people really get married because depending upon what they were taught, depending upon what they came from, Being married, you know you can pick up more women. You can pick up more married women. You can pick up single women because to these married fools and these single fools, and because they see that you married and may think, okay, well they got to be working with something. If they married to him, that don't mean nothing, dummy. That don't mean nothing because somebody married. First, you got to know the reason, the motive, and intent behind it. Then you need to get to know the person that you think hitting on something. Pay attention to everything, honey. Pay attention because that road will fall and slip. If you're really looking attention to detail, all this man, all this stuff is an illusion. Not all of it. I'm only speaking on those illusions that's built on falsity. Falsity. I said what I said, honey. But you know, if we human, we can relate because you didn't cheat it. See, I ain't married. It don't make it no better. But you didn't cheat it. Yeah, you. How many folks have been here and cheated? 11% cheated. 67 said no. Okay. Um, essentially. So technically, that still have been a yes. But all right, you been there, done that. How it work out for you? And then you know what's even worse? Them trifling ones. See, it's different scenarios. You know what's even worse when you cheating with somebody in the church? You're going to church and you putting on this front, playing this role. For those who can see, they can see right on through it. Let them play it. It's false. It's a little truth in there, but it's false. You see it. And then they eyeing somebody in the church. You know what? This that makes it even worse. Bad in the first place, but you know it's bad when you go to church and you plot and plan to try to get somebody. You know another thing that's worse when you're cheating with somebody and then you got a nerve to bring in their partner into your close circle. You either cheating with the husband or you cheating with the wife, and then you got a nerve to bring everybody together or bring the other party in. That is effed up. It's some real effed up, low down, dirty people out here in these streets. That's why you gotta be careful of the company that you keep. I don't care how cool they are, because they cool is smiling in your face like coolio. You gotta be careful. And then you gotta be careful who you do dirt around. Let me just say, if you did dirt around folks, you know people can destroy you if they want to destroy you. But you're gonna do that your own self when the right time comes. If you're gonna do dirt, do it alone. But don't even do it at all. Because either way, it's going to come to light. Because somebody going to tell something. Somebody going to get mad at something. Something's going to happen. Something's going to transpire. But you know you a bold, crazy, foolish soul if you do dirt around those who are a witness to your dirt that's being done. I know all about that and not even about cheating. Something else. If you're going to do the crime, do it alone. So therefore, you may or may not do the time, dummy. I done been a dummy in so many occasions. But you live and you learn and you move forward and grow from it. But back to the cheating. It's really bad when you cheat on your spouse with that opposite sex and then bring in the one, the person that you cheated with spouse into your territory just to collect data and get information. That is so effed up. That's why you can't trust people out here. When I tell you I done witnessed so much BS, I'm like, no wonder why I got trust issues, because I done literally been around the most downright dirtiest shit ever. Folks is messed up out here in these streets, honey. hmm Then don't go to a barber shop. Hell, don't even go to a beauty salon. I don't care if it's a real salon or a house home salon. Be careful. Pay attention to the talk. Listen. And if you engaging, then you downright, you equivalent to the dirtiness too. You think y'all laugh and kiki and ha ha and over somebody else's turmoil that you created. You just, you just, you just not so just. Mm. Look at the old lady face. Mabel, you just big. Mm. But if you think about this, of course, don't nobody want to hear, especially this knocking at their door, but that's effed up. If you can't handle your emotions, don't. intertwining with somebody else's just for a moment. Because this is real life here that you playing with somebody's life, somebody's emotions. Now, if both of y'all effed up, then y'all just belong together. Because both of y'all gonna teach each other something at the right time and place when the time and place come. But it's some real downright dirty folks out here. And then especially if you bring in the married partner that you're cheating on spouse in it. You done brought this lady into your space and you acting like you befriending her. Ooh, that's an evil. That's an evil letter after A and then an H. That's an evil letter after A, no letter after N. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N L. That's a that's a letter after L and then an H. Mitch. I had to think about it. Hmm. So we as humans, we human. We live in the human experience, and we want to experience the experiences. We gotta test these spirits out here. One of those very sinful things that can get the best of a lot of us is lust. Because that's what 9 times out of 10 would get you anyway and may think you in love, but all it is the lust that attracted you. Let's just say if it was a pretty face, nice smile, pretty face, nice spouse, nice set of boobs, pretty face, nice smile, nice set of boobs and a booty. Pretty face, nice smile, nice set of boobs, booty and a flat stomach. Or let's just say it was pretty face, nice smile, or not so nice smile, big boned. It was just what you like, what you lust after, and it got your attention and made you think I'm in love. This it right here. I'm gonna tie the knot. This is it. Are you sure? Are you sure it's just not a moment type of thing? Think about these choices before you put yourself up in it because you gonna rip with yourself. And if you think you're getting away with something, you may be getting away for a while, but baby, if you ain't already been paying attention, and if he has been getting you, who is he? God, the Father, and then the Son, God, the Father and the Son, Jesus Christ. You ain't paying attention to the things you're going through. You're not paying attention. Why is you're not paying attention? I think you need to look a little bit closer. Don't do it. I think what's better is my face. Try again. What's better is you know how you can really come together and connect with one is when you can literally sit down with your partner and talk about those real uncomfortable conversations. It may be to the point you just I want to kick your one of them. But you know how you can regain and build something by talking over honesty. Because both of y'all are human. I'm pretty sure both of y'all are feeling the same thing, but you may be a little bit too weak or scared to talk about the truth. So what you're telling me is your whole foundation is built on a lie, or built on cover-ups, or built on just a lack of understanding. When I tell you I know what I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about. Sit down with your partner. Let's just say if y'all can't talk sober, go ahead and get you a little drinky drink. I don't encourage it, but get you a little drinky drink. Sit down with one another. Get into a comfortable space and have those uncomfortable conversations. I'm telling you, it'll change. Now, the ego and pride gonna come into place because let's just say if one did more, let's just say you both cheated, but one don't want to admit, or either both of y'all don't want to admit. Y'all gonna be lying to yourselves because you're not really happy with yourself. You're not really content with yourself. You know what? If it's going on in the first place, I don't even know. You're not happy with yourself if you allow for those things to happen. That's just the honest to God truth. But I can promise you this: if you have that uncomfortable conversation, that truthful conversation with your spouse, now some y'all gonna be mad. You gonna be pissed the hell off. But you shouldn't be if you know the truth about what you both been doing. And if you can understand with maturity, we human in this thing, and both of us do need to work on effectively communicating. Both of us do need to realize that it's more than just that marriage, it's more than just that ring, it's more than just that paper. Like you have to actively work on keeping that bond if you even got a real bond. You gotta put in work. That's if you really want it to work. Then you just straddling the fence, whatever your reason motive is. That's just, baby, you only got one life to live. What are you doing? Are you holding on because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings? Are you holding on because you got a plan in motion for the future? Whatever the reason is of holding on, is it worth holding on to? And if it is worth holding on to, you need to get to holding on, not to your tongue, but letting it out and talk to your spouse and see if you really got something meaningful or not. I encourage it. I do. I truly encourage that you start having conversations with your spouse. Real ones, uncomfortable ones, the ones that's gonna make somebody mad, the ones gonna, you got to do it. Because a real relationship, you got to really go through something. Even if you go through something, even something that I've seen people go through, it still didn't seem like it made a difference. Like they really didn't give a damn. Some folks just really don't give a damn. Or they may give a damn, but they cover up and mask that they don't give a damn because they may not know how to give a damn about their own feelings and don't want to, share their feelings because they may feel like I'm weak or I'm not strong. You are very much so strong if you are able to express your feelings. If you are suppressing them, you got a problem. And we don't need no more. Let it go, release it. Because if it ain't eating you up by now, then damn, you really just effed up. You know it. You ain't gotta look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. You know I'm talking the truth now. I'm talking to some of my elders up in here. You know it. You know it. Push it out before you go to the grave. Let it be preparation before your judgment day. Because it's going to be worse when you got to tell him. Well, he already know what you did. But I think it's only honorable to tell your partner that it was an honor in the relationship at first. But now, you know, I think I want to do the right thing. Although I know I'm going to be in the doghouse or I might be on the couch, or whatever, how it may go. I might not get a meal cooked for a while. But I got a job. I can go buy me something to eat. You want something too? All right. You still mad? All right. I love you though. Do you really? Love is a word that a lot of folk don't know the meaning thereof. Because if you love somebody, you ain't gonna do that to somebody. If you love somebody, you're not gonna cheat on them. If you love somebody, honestly, you're gonna put up with a lot. You know what? It depends. It depends on your level of love, child. But folks that love folks don't do stuff like that. But then again, I gotta understand, depending upon who you are, depending upon where you came from, depending upon what you taught, depending upon your morals, your values, and the work that you tied to yourself, then not pretty much what I said don't mean nothing. They ain't got no power. They ain't got no power no way, nowhere. But I hope that I'm speaking to somebody because we got too many bad examples out here. hmm We got so many people that's literally following folks' footsteps. Let me just say this, parents, if you have children, you do know that your children are looking up to the things that you're doing, right? If it don't seem like it, trust me, they are. They're looking at if there's affection within the relationship. They're looking at if there's communication within the relationship. They're taking in their toxicity. They're taking in those arguments that may have been had. They're taking in everything like a sponge. And they looking at you. And then let me just say this, if their time or when their time do come, and if you see a little bit in you and them, there is no need for you to be looking a certain type of way because you taught them that, whether you know it or not. And that's not always the case. Sometimes people can be in an environment, children, because we were all were children once upon a time. We can literally be in an environment and see that the environment, the things that are taking place within it, we see that we don't want nothing to do with that. So being that we see what we see, that may amplify us to be a better example and not live like the way or through the things that we've seen done. That's how it can tend to be as well too. See, it's all about how you look at it. And then we got to keep in mind, you got to know your person. Did you have those conversations? I don't, not just pillow talking. You gonna take care of me? You got me. Did you get to know the person that you're with? Do you know where they come from? Do you know why they are the way they are? Did they tell you those very things that is hurtful to them to tell? Were they honest with you? Did you deep dive or did you stay surface level and just, went down about maybe 4 feet to your knees? Huh? That's probably what it is. Now they say you're supposed to take some stuff with you to the grave. I believe that. I ain't one. I ain't got no secrets. I'm an open book. That can be a bad thing, but it got its pros and its cons. It's like everything here in life, got its pros and its cons. But the pros way outweigh the cons more for me, cause I can be honest with myself. It's a good thing to be. Dang, that hurt. I'm broken. That ooh, it's a good thing to be honest with yourself, and then that's preparation for you being honest and open with the next person. So if you ever feel like somebody lying to you, it's because they are. You didn't lie to them, right? So it's only inevitable that they ain't gonna lie to you. Come on now, you should know how the game work, baby. You get what you give. And then that's a debatable argument depending upon what we're talking about. Because sometimes you can give, hey, how you doing? And get a, I'm talking about me, so I still can't stand when folks don't speak. And I still find myself having a hard time. Swallow it. Yeah. Y'all better stop playing. Cause I know y'all. If you like, I ain't. I didn't have. I used to watch First 48, but that was getting a little too. First 48, YouTube. How many people losing their life over relationships? And these ain't even the married ones. These are the ones that just dating. How many folks out here losing their life over nonsense stuff when you just could literally talk about it? Ain't nobody that goddamn important when you gonna lose your life over. Hell no. Hey, all these fish out here in the sea, and that these fish may be a little cricket, but I'll get up and try again. I'm not about to do that over my life. All because I'm mad because he left me and went to her. Well, let that tell you something. Yeah, y'all just won't for one another, and then maybe y'all come back together. Who knows how this thing goes? Sometimes the whole story can be just crazy. Because I know people that were together for about 10, 15 years, they came back together, got married, and it seemed like they're having a beautiful life. Everybody got a story to tell. Sometimes you may be with somebody in the wrong season, and then God may separate y'all. And then, if it's a divine thing, really, you may end up coming back to him, or you may end up coming back to him for who, for the other side. I don't know. I just know what I'm saying is truthful. Hmm. I got my old lady face on today, but it's too much going on out here. It starts with we the people. It start. I know being righteous is so hard, ain't it? No, it's not. That should make you feel perfected in a way. That should make you feel even more worthy. Because how many people you really know that's out here doing the right thing? Especially with their spouse, honey. Mm-hmm. Think about it. You should want to put yourself and set yourself on a higher bar. I know I do. I don't give a damn if you don't like me. That ain't got to do with anything. I'm speaking real, raw, pure, and authenticity. And that ain't come authenticity. There we go. Because we live in a world where evil is good. What is evil? People look at it as good. Oh yeah. Oh, look how she twerking on stage. Ooh. See, concerts back in the day, they really just, face forward and share their talent within the mic. When you ain't got no talent, what you do? You turn that thing around. SpongeBob, big guy, big guy. At least she didn't do that in the video. children got to watch. I thought that I'd bring that in for a moment. See, what's good today is looked at as evil, and what's evil is being looked at as good. That's why people don't like me right now because they think you don't know, you know better, but you just on that matrix side. Lord have mercy, help them, Jesus. Me telling you what's right is wrong. I know, right? Let's make it make sense because doing the right thing is boring. But as I said in the video, they only got 2 likes and very low views. Chasing sin is fun. I said what I said. That's why I don't worry about the views, baby, because we standing on value and purpose over here. We standing on value and purpose. So purpose why I keep on showing lessons and stuff, how stuff captivates your attention. But I'm the enemy? I think not, and you know better. But we can play this role until the role can't be played no more. I ain't got no problems with it. Even if I got a problem with it, I just keep on showing up being a problem solver until somebody, follow my lead. You know? But this ain't no wrong lead here. This is some real good stuff. There's a vibe over here. I love it over here. I'm just saying. That's why I don't pay folk no damn mind. You over here encouraging wrongdoings and looking at me like I'm the problem. Alright. Cause if I know what I know, you know better. But go on ahead and do your thing, honey. It's in your DNA. You can't help it. Then again, you can because can is the root word I can't. They just add the daggone apostrophe in the T. I'll be darned. I'll be darned. Look at that there. But yes, if you want to cheat, tell your partner. Because y'all may be telling each other the same thing. Well, look, I want to cheat too. You make a joke out of it now. Although marriage is not a joke, it's nothing to play with. But if you can find something in it, I remember watching a YouTube short, and this couple, it was a couple, yes, of course, and she was sitting on her husband's lap, and she had a notepad. I'm not gonna give it the exact way, but I'm gonna say this. She said, "You know what? Let me think about it first, so I can try to get a little bit of it right." um, so pretty much she was saying, "Oh, what's the basis of it? I dislike when I do that. Bear with me. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Stay, because you may know what I'm talking about." She was sitting on his lap, and she said, "You know why I won't give you what you want, or you know why I won't leave you? If I leave you, this was the wife speaking. If I leave you, then you'll have money." Think about it. If your husband does care for you, however it is, it may be solely household, or it may be you don't have to input anything. You really may just got one of, a good providing husband. He do what the Bible said do, provide, because that's what he's supposed to do. She said she ain't gonna leave him. Yes, I'm gonna repeat it because she would be doing him a favor and he would have money. So when she said that, he laughed. Let me see if I can get another one. And pretty much she said she'll be doing him a favor if she was to leave him. So she not leaving him. She says she don't play fair. She don't play fair. Or she don't make those kind of deals or something like that. She also pretty much said she yeah, I'm gonna mess it up. She keep him on his toes. You may or may not know what I'm talking about. 'Cause I'm not gonna. It's not hidden all the way. But she just gave a list of reasons as to why she would not do him the favor. Oh, if she was to leave him, he would be happy. I said, if that ain't some real shit to say, that's really fuck. Damn. So is he? What they be saying? Blink your eyes if you blink twice if you need help. But she was honest, and there's not too many women or men that's gonna be honest with their spouse as to why you holding on. Because let me just say, people do hold on for their own reason, for their own motive, and their own intent. And let me just say, if it most of the time it got something to do with a check about it, some folks really do great when folks die for their life insurance policy, right? I said what I said. Now they may say out their mouth, "No, I want my spouse instead of the money." No, when somebody really in need of money or money hungry or just got a effed up mindset, They waiting on your croakishness to occur, and they better pray that they don't croak before you. I'm just child. I'm only speaking on that from experience as well too. I ain't gonna tell a story though. But some people put a policy on somebody because they mad at them. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pray with you for with an E, and I hope at least you made my life hell. I'm about to live now off of that policy. There, don't look at me like that. Don't start that fake ish. This is real life stuff that I'm talking. But if you ain't living in reality, then you better step outside of that makeage or step outside of that fantasy you're living in, because this is the real deal, Holyfield. I shared what I shared. But yeah, that was a real YouTube short, and I was like, damn, that's effed up. And she was serious too. Bumped the content. It was content for sure because they ran them numbers up, but that was real life. Uh-huh. Hmm. To me, I'm old school. Now, I was always old school, but when I didn't know no better, I thought my love was in between my legs, and I thought I had something going on to somebody to tell me, what do you have to offer? And I was like, oh shit, you're right. I don't have anything, really, but that. And that's still relevant to this day to most people. If it ain't that, is that, you know? And I don't know how long that's gonna last you. Not very long. Nah, not very long. But I want real love. I ain't gonna sing it. I ain't gonna sing it. But yeah, I'd rather take a broke man that's gonna respect me, see me for who I am. We ain't got to explain nothing. You just see me. You gonna support me in what I do. We got to pray together. Family that prays together, for real with a not a E, stays together. We're gonna build together. That's what love is. That's your man. That's my man. You see what he doing? I see him. You gonna stick with him and stand beside him? I love him. I'ma stand beside him. You thick and thin. That's mine. I'm his. We don't own one another, but we one. That me. Do you wanna ride? Oh yes, baby. I ride for you, baby. You riding for me? Now you gonna say we gotta our actions gotta show this here, cause this verse is one thing saying it, but it's another thing walking in those shoes for real. See, when you got a real solid relationship, you better cherish that bad boy, cause there's a lot of mother suckers out here that ain't hitting on nothing. I mean, they may start off hitting on something, especially if they play their role right, honey. Let me just say, a lot of folks be getting duped out here, made a fool out of for years. I'm like, I'm standing outside. You can't see what you in. You can't see what they doing to you. You can't see that they using you. Lord have mercy, so much calamity in the world. I ain't gonna tell you no more. I done told you before. You ain't got to listen to me. I know it was rough and harsh, but I love you. I had to tell you the truth, but go ahead, cause this is gonna be a great show. Only a great show if I that's just bad to say. Ooh, we still need some more healing if that's gonna be a great show. And I got a nerve to laugh. That's not funny. Ooh, but it seems like some folk don't mind getting their heart broke. Mm-hmm. You know, all I say is you ain't got to tell me twice no more. Guard your heart. That bad boy guarded. It ain't coming down. You got to put in WORC. Why am I? What I said? Girl, I said WORC. What? WORK. I was thinking slang because that still work. WRC. Work. That's still whatever. Shh. Don't say nothing. I had a moment. But I caught somebody cheating the other day. And when I tell you this motherfucker played his role, I had to give him the look. And I felt like my look did something. So hopefully he felt some conviction, and hopefully he gonna right them wrongs. Cause he gonna get you. I don't care if you worship him or not. He gonna get you. And I don't know what she doing. I ain't gonna say she did anything wrong to cause it. It's just in the spirits. It's just to be in the spirits, honey. Mm-mm. And depend upon who's the host of the spirit. I'm gonna take it back to me back in the day when I was a youngin, in my early teens. Cause babe, you can tell me I had my own style always, but of course I had it going on in my own head. Even though I was being joked on and picked on, I ain't care. I just may or may not cried about it or sung about it. But I felt like, you done been into like I'm the shit because I don't can talk to multiple people. First of all, dummy, do you know why they talking to you in the first place? Do you know the reputation that you carried? Do you remember the things that you were doing to be seen? No wonder why they like you. They trying to get a piece of the pie. Not we won't spread it like that. It was other things, you know. Hmm. They trying to see if they can get some time. You think you cute? Could that? No, you don't know your worth, honey. So you got to live and you got to learn. And don't do that no more. Okay. Mhm. So when you experience things, it's only right to teach and educate the next one. I'm talking to you. You know what you do. You know what you done went through. And if you love somebody, you going to give the gift and keep on giving. Don't hold it in because you don't like yourself. Love yourself. You did it. You did it. Now, somebody put a gun in your head to make you do nothing. You did it. We did it. Okay, then. Understood. Mm. You know what makes water cold? See, right now this ain't cold, but you know what makes water actually cold? Put a cough drop in your mouth and drink it with the water. You gonna have you an ice cup of cold water. It's literally cool going down because this is warm. I had it on dead on the little heater and it got hot. But it's literally, I'm gonna repeat myself again. It's cold. It's cough drop. Ooh, I got an itch. Oops, sorry, I'm not digging. It's got an itch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hi, little pup pup. Oh, short legs, mini legs actually. I'm just a getting it. Mm-mm. Wrong side. Ah, chill, Will. I don't know why I made the faces. Then again, I do. Just gonna help you. Oh goodness. All right. So I'm gonna say it again, just in case if I ain't said it to you before. We now have 3 new memberships on the channel. I already started pre-planning the opening for Holy Moments. Let me just say it hard. I got a feeling, but hopefully the feeling, I believe in myself because we're gonna be teaching some things, honey. If you allow for me to, do what I do, because I know how to do it well. You know what I'm saying? I wrote down some notes and boom, here it is. Okay, it's gonna be for holy moments. Now, at first I had put holy moment reading, but really we're just gonna be talking about we're gonna know, learn, we're gonna do some things, and I'm gonna start it off, present it how I want to, so therefore we can really start off on an understanding. Because let me just say this: if you ain't defining words, and if you don't put it, folks, be knowing words, but you may not know the definition of it, the meaning of it, and all that type of stuff. We gonna really deep dive. And I'm starting off with holy moments first because I really feel in my soul we need more of them. We do. We need more holy moments. If you know what moment mean, it don't last that long. But if we have more people as a collective, and then throw in that spiritual multiplication, and if we keep at it, baby, we're gonna be all right. We already gonna be all right, but we need to create some more all rightness. We need to create some more goodness, some greatness, and push it out there. Cause we got too much evil stuff going on. I ain't got time for that. No, I know I'm not watch. I ain't got time. We elevating, we growing, we doing different things, and we can talk about those uncomfortable topics of discussion if you're coming over here. Okay, I don't want to make you comfortable. Comfortable ain't implementing growth. I don't care how I'm being looked at. It's fine because I know we're doing something righteous. We gotta talk about these things. We're grown here. Let's be grown together. And it's discipline. Discipline can be hard. I know all about that. Shit. Yeah. It's only hard if you make it hard. That's the truth. Because I was about the reason. It's only hard if you make it hard. That's me talking to myself. It's hard because I'm making it hard. And if it ain't hard, it's challenging because I'm making it a challenge. Gene moment. Mm-hmm. It ain't got to be that way, but until we get together. Uh-huh. 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 Let's see how many votes we got. Oh Jesus. Let's look. Let's zoom it up for me. Come on now. All right, so we got 21. 52 is no. Okay. And let's read the chat. Let's read the chat. Mm. Um, as I said, poor people. Just saying, he will never be with anyone meaningful. Mm, please don't. But yes, honey, real life. And we really gotta be out here with these spirits. Mm, yeah, we all need prayer. Yeah. So I got to go on a war room for myself because what I'm gonna be coming with, baby, I'm coming with that fire. Uh-huh. For those who don't know, I mean, it don't really mean nothing, but I'm just gonna say it. If it don't mean nothing, don't say it. I'm gonna say it because it's a meaning behind it. I'm fire. So I'm gonna come with that fire. And let me just say, water and fire don't mix, but they can cancel each other out. Mhm. Earth, we can set Earth on fire. You know, I was really gonna take it somewhere, but you may not be with me. But I'm coming with that heat, and hope for the best. Hope to be aligned with the or assigned to the right ones that need to hear this message, whether they want to hear it or not. It's one of those ones. This is not an easy road that I'm on. This is a challenge. And I surrender and I accept. And I'm going to act and I'm going to move on and do what I got to do. Hopefully, you do what we need to do as a collective so everything can balance itself out. Hmm Yeah. Anyways, if you enjoyed this almost hour stream chat, go ahead and have a personal conversation with YouTube. Hit that like button before you leave out. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. I thank you to those who participated in the vote and poll that almost didn't come out. Thank you for the participation. If the four in the chat did not participate, go ahead and be honest with yourself. The good thing about it is we don't know what your vote is. Only you know. And you may be a little afraid to even still click it, but I'm going to say use that as something to help you build yourself up and possibly do better. But that's it. That's all. Hopefully you enjoyed the vibe. I surely did. I am the hostess. It's going to be coming with the mostest, okay? And I hope that you enjoyed it. So with that being said, come back to see me, binge watch some of my videos, if not all of them. Set it up. Set a schedule up of what you're gonna watch first. Whether it be the YouTube shorts first, you click the tab and then you just literally click through every single one of them and try to, try to stand it and watch it all the way through. Try to. And you can really have fun with it by doing how you really feel. Either hit the like button, don't support it all, but still watch, or hit the dislike button. Let YouTube know. But start with the shorts feed because it is short. A lot of us got some problems going up there, especially if the content creator doing a sucky job may not be able to captivate your attention. Just start at the short form. We ain't going to pass 3 minutes in the short form. So click the shorts tab, start clicking and watching all of them, literally. Like, all right, all right. Cause you got the power baby in that finger. Swipe. That's what this navigating on swipe mode. So either stay and watch or swipe. But before you swipe, make sure you hit that like. All right. Then moving on up to the videos. Now I know. Let me just say this. I'm not one of the ones that really be reaching. I don't like doing clickbait. Let me just say I know. Let me just tell you something about me. All of us got something that's running through our DNA and our blood that we may or may not like. I know I got one thing that's in my blood that I don't like, and I do not use that to my advantage on this YouTube channel, and that's being able to manipulate you into clicking into a video. Clickbait. I don't like clickbait. Let me just tell you, I know how to clickbait. I know how to clickbait. Trust me when I tell you that, or put a little trust in me. I like to give it to you the way I give it to you because that's me being real, raw, pure, and authentic about it. I'm even say being stupid about it because you want that dollar increase, but what you gonna do to get the dollar? Not that. Okay. So I understand if we're in the same book on a different page. The titles may not be screaming at you. The thumbnails may not be screaming at you. But there's gonna be some up in there. Every video ain't gonna be for you. Trust me, because when I look back at my videos, I'm like, hmm. See, I understand why I'm doing it when I do it. I got my own reason, my own motive, my own intent. And remember, some of this is entertainment. And then sometimes I just be dry. And then sometimes my days just be dry, but I still be wanting to upload my dryness because somebody may like it. You never know with this thing. Let me say, a lot of the videos that I did, I never would have thought the views would have hit where it was, especially I ain't even playing. I'm like, look at this stupid mess right here. But with that being said, take a breather. Watch my videos. Get to know the content creator behind this camera because you can do that. You may or may not like her. And if you may not like her, there's something, the reason why. I may be, you like me, you like me, you just don't like me. You like me, but you just don't, can't understand her. It's okay. We both gonna hopefully live to see another day. Life gonna go on. Like ain't got nothing to do with it, but then again it do, because this is the territory that we on. Hit the like button, just saying. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself here too. If you did, great. That makes me feel good. If you didn't, that still made me feel good because you probably didn't enjoy yourself because the truth came knocking on that door. Excuse me, knocking on that screen. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna start that. But anyways, we're about to get on up out of here. We're gonna click that X. We're gonna click that OK. And